Good morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is liveweatherblogs.com meteorologist Bob Acanfrio with today's tropical update for October 10th, 2010. Triple tens today. Across the tropics here, we're going to watch Tropical Storm Otto here, way in the corner here. He's racing out to sea. Again, no threat to land. May affect the Azore Islands in a few days, but there's Tropical Storm Otto. He's going away. So now our focus is going to be this area left behind here in the Western Caribbean. This is designated as Invest 98L. We see, and this is where we're going to focus right here, not this area here to the north. This area right here, we kind of have a broad, weak area of low pressure here. Kind of trying to get developed. What happened is a lot of dry air came down and settled down into the Western Caribbean during the week. So trying to really get this area moistened up, and it's slowly getting there. What may hinder this thing from developing is going to be land, as it's going to kind of slowly drift to the west, northwest, just kind of drift down here the next 2 to 3 days, and eventually it could just run into land and not develop at all. Again, more flooding for Nicaragua, Honduras, this entire area probably this week. And again, a lot of this moisture streaming to the northeast here, so Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Cuba, eventually into the Bahamas, southeast Bahamas, central and western Bahamas. Again, it's going to try to get to South Florida by the middle of the week. Will it get there? Not looking that good. It could clip you guys, though, by the middle of the week as some of this moisture tries to return before our next little reinforcing shot of drier, cooler air moves through. This will not go all the way up into Florida, will not get into the Gulf Coast. It's going to be stuck down here, and like I said, I'm thinking more of a drift towards the west, northwest over the next few days. If we look closing in on this system this morning, you can see the visible shot here, and again, convection's trying to build around this center of circulation. I don't see a real strong center right now down here. It's kind of a weak low, trying to get itself together. The National Hurricane Center gives us about a 60% chance the next couple days, and that's about right. It's funny, there's really no model support for this. The global models do not develop this at all, so it'll be interesting to see if we do eventually get development out of this system, but I don't foresee anything really big developing out of this system at the moment. Looking at the Ascat Pass, this was from last night, and you could see some stronger winds here to the north, about 20 knots, but really a weak area of circulation here, not a real tight area here. Trying to get some spin going with this system here last night. So again, it's not really that well organized at the moment, but like I said, it could get there the next couple days, and we could see a tropical depression out of this in a couple days if it does stay away from land. Now here's looking at the water vapor loop, and this gives you a great idea. If you're wondering why this isn't just going to come and get up to the north here, well, look at this flow. Very zonal up here. West to east, zonal flow here. What we need a trough to really come digging across the east here to kind of suck this guy up to the north. We're not going to get that this week. Going to have a little reinforcing shot here across the south by midweek, but it's going to be pretty zonal as the flow goes. Not a real big amplified digging trough here, so not going to have enough power to lift this to the north. So that's not going to happen. This thing is just going to get stuck down here. More reinforcing shots of dry air. We're going to stay dry across the south all week, and starting to get pretty critical here, especially across Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama for dry air. Really need some rainfall across the south here, and the next 7 to 10 days it looks pretty meager again. So interesting as we go into the fall here. See if we could actually finally get some rain in this area. But again, this thing's going to get stuck down here and probably again slowly drift to the west, northwest towards Honduras and Nicaragua area. And again, just looking at Tropical Storm Otto, and here he is, east-northeast at almost 40 miles an hour, maximum sustained winds at 65, and it'll transition into an extratropical system. And again, will it affect the Azores? It looks like it's going to first go north, and then a ridge is going to build out here, and it's going to kind of suck it back down to the south here. So be interesting how much interaction it does have with the Azore Islands as a pretty potent extratropical system. And again, the model views for Invest 98L here, and you can see most of the early run models do have this drifting off to the west-northwest. Some of them sneak it a little northwest here, but again, this will be the general area where it's going to drift the next few days, and will it have enough time to become a system or not? Like I said, National Hurricane Center gives it about 60%. That's about right. I'm about 50-50 on this system right now. Again, the main threat will be heavy rainfall across Central America. The intensity model's not really doing much with this system at all. You can see just most of them don't even take it to a tropical storm. So, again, not sure if this is really going to develop or not. It's kind of a 50-50 chance. Looking at the shear, again, here's our subtropical jet still parked to the north of this system. Big shear to its north. This will slowly lift to the north the next few days. So this is in a pretty decent area for development. Like I said, the two hindrances are the dry air and proximity to land right now. So those are the two things that are going to hinder development for this invest. Steering flow, and this is what I was talking about. Pretty zonal here across the Gulf. We don't have a big digging trough here to really eject us to the north. So steering currents are kind of weak right now. What's going to happen, this little trough here is going to move to the east, but it's not going to dig down like this. It's kind of just going to give the south a glancing blow and move off to the east. So what's going to happen is it's not enough to pick this up to the north. So what'll happen, this will move off this way, and then eventually high pressure is going to rebuild across the Gulf Coast states. So if this does meander down here for a few days, it'll eventually get pushed off to the west eventually. Looking at the model runs, not much with the models, like I said, developing this system. This is the Euro model, next 7 to 10 days. And you can see it really doesn't develop. Here it is starting in not much development down here at all with this system. You see that one trough kicking off the east coast, and then we have high pressure rebuilding here across the south. And again, looking at the extended view here with the GFS, putting it into motion, just trying to show you how this moisture tries to get into South Florida by middle of the week. Oh, barely. And then that's it. This next little piece of energy moves off the east coast, reinforcing high pressure. And look at this. Dry, dry air across the south for days to come. So, boy, we definitely need the rain down here. But again, good news for this pattern for not having any tropical systems come our way. And boy, it really looks like the season could be over for the United States as we keep going through this pattern here. So that's it for my tropical update today. I will have another update for you guys probably in the next couple days. If something does develop down there, now that we're getting, if it's not that active, I'll probably be doing updates every other day or every couple days, okay? Have a good Sunday and stay tuned to liveweatherblogs.com for your latest weather information.